So many of us have this idea that to stay fit and healthy after 40, we have to sign up for these grueling, high-intensity workouts, the kind that honestly can leave us feeling more sore than energized. But what if the real secret to long-term health, to feeling good in your body, isn't about pushing yourself to the absolute limit?
I mean, let's be real. That go hard or go home mindset, it just doesn't feel sustainable for a lot of us, does it? It often leads to nagging joint pain, feeling totally burned out, and just this frustrating sense that you're constantly fighting your body instead of working with it.
Well, it turns out that one of the most powerful, most transformative forms of exercise, especially as we navigate our 40s and beyond, is something we all do every single day without even thinking about it: walking. And I'm telling you, when we start to do it with a little intention, it becomes an absolutely remarkable tool for our long-term health.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll dive into why walking becomes such a powerhouse after 40. Then, we'll look at a few common mistakes that might be holding you back. After that, I'll share a really simple framework to make every step count. And finally, we'll tie it all together and talk about walking for true longevity.
Okay, so why is walking such a game changer in our 40s, 50s, and beyond? Well, our bodies are changing. Things like muscle and bone density start to shift, and because of that, those high-impact exercises can put a lot more stress on our joints. That old no pain, no gain idea, it can actually start to work against us. Walking is different. It works with your biology. For starters, it's low impact, which is just fantastic for protecting your knees, hips, and back. It also gets your circulation going, which helps keep your joints lubricated and improves your overall mobility. On top of that, a good brisk walk actually trains your body to use fat for fuel more efficiently. And maybe best of all, it's one of the greatest ways to lower stress, which helps with everything from getting better sleep to recovering faster.
And really, this says it all. We're not aiming for these heroic once-a-week gym sessions that leave you totally wiped out. Real, lasting health is built on the small things we do consistently, day in and day out. It's always about consistency over intensity.
Okay, but if walking is so great, why do some people do it and not really see the results they're hoping for? Well, it's usually because a few common mistakes can get in the way and really reduce the benefits.
There are three big ones I see all the time. First, sitting for way too long. A 30-minute walk is amazing, but if you then go sit at a desk for the next 8 hours straight, you're pretty much undoing a lot of that good work. The second is our mindset. If we think that exercise only counts when we're gasping for air and drenched in sweat, we're always going to underestimate the power of a simple walk. And finally, a lack of consistency. Hitting your step goal one day and then barely moving the next just doesn't send a clear signal to your body.
See, here's the thing. Our bodies love routine. They adapt to it. When you give your body a consistent signal, like a daily walk, your metabolism, your energy levels, even your mood, they all start to adapt and improve. It's that reliable rhythm that really builds the foundation for better health.
All right, so how do we turn walking from just a simple activity into a truly powerful health tool? It's all about being intentional and using different types of walks for different reasons. Let's break down a simple but really effective framework.
I want you to think about your walking in 4 different layers, almost like having 4 different gears. Your foundation is just consistent daily movement, breaking up all that sitting. The engine is your brisk, heart-pumping walk. The support is that gentle stroll you take after a meal. And finally, the reset is a nice, long, relaxed walk that helps you de-stress.
And here's what that can look like in real life. For your daily movement, just get up and walk for 5 or 10 minutes every hour. For your brisk workout walk, aim for 30 to 45 minutes, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. The pace should be fast enough that you can still talk, but you probably couldn't sing a song. After you eat, a gentle 10 or 15-minute walk does wonders for your blood sugar. And then once a week, try to find time for a longer, slower walk for an hour or so, just to relax and recover.
When you put all of these pieces together, you can see you're not just going for a walk anymore. You have a whole strategy. You're actively building your heart health, you're balancing your blood sugar, you're managing stress, and you're keeping your body mobile, all with this one simple, accessible tool.
And this really brings us to the most important part of all. This isn't just about feeling better right now, today. This is a direct investment in your future self, in your ability to stay active, vibrant, and capable for decades to come.
Because look, the real goal isn't just adding years to our life, it's adding life to our years. And that comes from habits that are sustainable, things you can actually see yourself doing for a lifetime. And walking is the very definition of a sustainable habit. You can do it anywhere, anytime, no matter what.
I love this way of thinking about it. Every single step you take is like making a small deposit into your health bank. You're building up this incredible reserve of wellness that you'll be able to draw on for years and years. That's what gives you the energy, the strong joints, and the clear mind to really live your life to the fullest.
So the biggest takeaway here is to just stop underestimating this simple movement. Recognize walking for the powerful, incredible health tool that it is. It doesn't require a membership. It doesn't require special gear. All it requires is a decision. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. How will you start walking for your future self today?